Finding problems? That's easy. They exist in every community. I'm Terry Springs, your host. We're looking deeper, and we are talking solutions, finding out how we all can make a difference. Today on Talking Solutions, we're going to start out by finding out all about what the Nevada Children's Center does. And they've got a fundraiser coming up called the Lollipop Run. Full house today in the studio, Mickey, Sara, and Rico. Just going to take you in order. Mickey, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Terry. My name is Mickey Albrecht, owner of the Food Connection and also Eclipse Fitness. We are proud sponsors of the Nevada Children's Center. I am one of the people who started the Lollipop Run, officially our 4th anniversary, 3rd anniversary with Tim Kelly as our race director from the Las Vegas Track Club.
Sara, tell us about you and your relationship with Nevada Children's Center and the Lollipop Run.
Absolutely. I am Sara Cobb, and I'm a PSR worker at Nevada Children's Center, which is psychosocial rehabilitation. So I work with kids, and we work on community, social skills, life skills, behavior management mostly, and identifying emotions and learning to cope with our emotions. I work with kids in the schools, in the homes, in the community, so we can take them to the park. We can take them anywhere that the parents allow us to.
Can't wait to find out more about Nevada Children's Center. And Rico, you're part of this discussion too.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. My name is Rico, and I've been with Nevada Children's Center for about 2 years now. I am a BST worker, or known as a basic skills trainer. And I work with kids in regards to helping them with the necessary skills that most kids nowadays have, social skills, basic living skills, and also offer some parental training as well to parents to help them work with the kids in being able to manage and help their behaviors at home.
That's part of what the Nevada Children's Center is all about. What kind of families and children do you serve?
We are currently working with children anywhere from the ages of 3 to 17, and we work with children from having autism to children who have other behavioral and mental disorders. It can be something as severe as that or something as minimal as...
little as a child needs to deal with anger management or just doesn't like being told no. So they're having trouble at home or at school. Mom says no, and it turns into a full-on tantrum. So we come in and we help mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, everybody, how to cope with the child, how the child needs to cope with being told no.
I was thinking, Sara, that every kid doesn't want to be told no.
Exactly.
I mean, does that make for a lot of kids that you need to help serve? The amount of children who come through and the families that seek your services with Nevada Children's Center, how do they find you? How do they get referred?
That's a good question. We have a couple different ways. If they're having trouble at school, the school counselors can refer them. They can always go to our website. Their pediatrician can refer them. Friends, anybody like that, they can call us up and just say, hey, these are the behaviors I'm seeing. Would my child be eligible to receive services?
Do you also have a website where people maybe could log on from and take a look and see some of the things that you actually specialize in?
Yeah, absolutely. It's nccenter.org.
nccenter.org. How long has Nevada Children's Center been in existence?
Well, we actually have been operating since 1991. We've been here in the Las Vegas Valley for quite a while, and we believe that our mission is to empower young children who've suffered from abuse, neglect, and behavioral disorders, and we want to empower them by providing them with rehabilitative mental health interventions that we offer. Because of the Lollipop Run, that we're able to offer these programs, and we're very thankful to all the sponsors who are participating and giving all their time they have.
You said that you deal, Rico, with kids between the ages of about 3 and 17.
Correct.
Being able to manage these behavior problems is key to success as adults.
Yep.
Because when you're a problem child and you're labeled as such and it's not handled on a timely basis, what's your future at that point?
Absolutely. And most of the times when we get families who come to our center seeking help, they are in desperate mode. And it is up to us providers at the center. We are pretty much their only hope at the moment. We have to hold on to that hope and help out the parents in any way possible. And I've told many parents this before. I say I'm here for the long haul. Many kids don't transform within a week or 2 weeks. It's a very long process where the behavior has to change. And I think both the provider and the parent have to be on board in regards to this is going to take a team effort, and we're going to do this no matter how long it's going to take.
Sara, you were saying that you can actually work with these children with Nevada Children's Center in a lot of different locations.
Yep.
Didn't you mention even out at a park or different settings? This, as Rico mentioned just now, is not an immediate process. It's something that takes some time to develop. What do you see as far as the stresses that are put on a family unit when they've got a child who's having having these issues?
Well, the family, if they have multiple children, they can't focus on the other children if they're focusing on one child that needs behavior modification. And then the school, their grades usually fall. They're usually being suspended from school, expelled from school, or just missing so much school because they can't get through a day. So then the parents are also missing work. And then the parents need to find childcare, and that costs money. It becomes huge.
The services that you provide to these families who need your help. I know that you're using things like the Lollipop Run, which we're going to discuss here in just a moment, to help provide some of these programs. What kind of costs? If a parent or a family has insurance, does that assist in getting things taken care of?
Yes, we take Medicaid fee-for-service. So Medicaid is a big umbrella, and underneath it has HBN Amerigroup and fee-for-service. So we accept a fee-for-service. And then if a client doesn't have that, we also do a sliding scale fee, and we have different amounts for each service that we provide that will be talked about if the child comes in with a parent. And then we also, if a family is in need, then we do use some of these donations to help the child.
So the things that people should keep in mind, if you have the need for one of your kids to work with the Nevada Children's Center, don't worry about whether or not you're going to be eligible. Call first and find out how many ways you can help.
Yep.
And the Lollipop Run is going to be great, right, Mickey?
Yes, absolutely.
You said you are several years into it. I saw an article that was just published recently in the RJ talking about the event. It's coming up, is it November 7th?
Yes.
It's going to be at the resort at Summerlin.
Yes, it is. We're very excited. We used to have it at UNLV, so this is the first year we're going to have it at the resort at Summerlin. Carla Ray from your morning show, she is our MC for the run. We're totally excited about that. And this year, finisher medals. Everyone gets a medal at the end.
I love that. That's the only reason why I do a walk, is because if I finish it, I'm going to get some kind of medal around me.
You should.
Yes, I like it. It's going to happen at the resort at Summerlin, and it's going to be Saturday, November 7th, not far away. I know you've got a 5K run, and is it a 1 mile fun walk kind of event?
Yes, so it's a 5K run. You can walk too. 1 mile walk, and also a 100-meter dash for children 9 and under. And again, adults and children can do the 5K 1 mile walk also.
We know that Carla Ray from the 96.3 KKLZ Morning Show is going to be out there as your host.
Yes.
What other things do you have planned for that day?
Great music. We will have other people sponsoring the run that will be doing some booths to check out their product, and then Starbucks. Sweet.
I'm in.
It keeps evolving. So
That's
I'm
the
more
great
the base
thing.
of the run. I'm not the sponsorship of the run. So,
I love it when you keep adding little bells and whistles. It's like getting better every day.
We did actually add teams this year too. So teams of 10 or more are absolutely welcome to join. And there's a little discount, obviously, if you have a team to participate in the run.
Might want to take a look at lollipoprun.com. Lollipoprun.com.
That same day, it just happened to be the Summerlin Women's Club. They're also having a fundraiser at the resort at Summerlin. It starts at 11 o'clock that morning, and they're having raffles and silent auction and a luncheon, also for the Nevada Children's Center.
Cool.
And they're featuring the entertainment by the Australian Bee Gees.
I love those guys. Those guys have been out at our Divas Day Out before. I've seen them perform, and they're actually quite good.
Yeah, they are quite good. But if anyone wants any more information, they go to the Summerlin Women's Club website, womensclubofsummerlin.org, and you can find more information. It's $80 per person for a ticket. And again, they have all kinds of great entertainment, great lunch, and then some other fun raffles and silent auction. And Paulette Francis and Kevin Janison are going to be the mistress and masters of ceremony.
From 8 News Now. So there's actually a couple different things happening. Saturday, November 7th at the resort at Summerlin. How long has the Nevada Children's Center been operating?
Since 1991. So we've been around for quite a while, and we have been doing a lot of community partnerships. We've had a great partnership with some schools that have allowed us to work with children in the classrooms. A lot of behaviors we see are coming in from the classrooms, and teachers just don't have enough support to help these kids. And when we go in there and we work with kids, we tell them, you worry about the academic side and we will worry about the behavioral side. And that seems to lift so much weight off their shoulders. When we work with parents in the home, we offer the parental training and letting them know that it's going to be okay and giving them specific strategies to work with these kids and how to manage their behaviors.
You got to feel for the teachers, seriously,
Yes.
because think about the size of classes these days. And we all hear, I don't happen to have a kid in the schools right now,
Yes.
but don't you always hear about how bad the kids act up in classes? That's why people don't want to be teachers, or it's the reason why they leave their jobs. It's like, I can't deal with this. Fortunately, you guys with Nevada Children's Center can help solve these problems.
Absolutely.
Do you have a lot of kids who come to you through foster care?
Mm-hmm. Foster care, adopted. Yeah. A lot of kids too have lost parents or family members, and so they've been placed with other family members.
And the great thing about that is when kids go through traumatic experiences, we have 2 therapists on site at our facility that will be able to take them weekly. We have individual and family therapy available to all of our clients that are enrolled at Nevada Children's Center, which is a great thing for them to rely on when they get out of school and there's no one they can talk to. And when they come to our center, we're able to facilitate that need immediately.
Isn't that part of being a kid, too? Because you
Yes.
really do believe inside you. I know I did. I think it's pretty common. You think nobody else has your problems. Nobody else can talk to you about this. This is just something that I have to deal with. My life is over. It's just so dire to kids. That's how they feel. But to have you guys with Nevada Children's Center come along and go, it's not as bad as you think. We can help you with this.
We also just started group therapy for the kids, so they can get in a group with the therapist and be able to identify that there are other kids out there that have the same problems or going through similar things and have similar emotions.
So it's not just this one kid.
Yeah, he's
it's
like, "Whoa,
every
there's
kid. It's
more."
normal.
Yes.
It's what we go through. Group therapy is a great idea.
Yeah. We also do 3 different programs. We have a fitness program, an art program, and one called Mind Your Body. The art program, we have a provider who meets with the kids once a week for an hour, and they do an art project, but they focus on social skills, communication skills, and emotion. So they're learning while they're creating something amazing. We also have a fitness program once a week, and the kids get to, do obstacle courses and race and learn how to be on a team and participate in a group. It's really good for most of the kids that come to Nevada Children's Center. And then we have Mind Your Body, which is deep breathing and stretching. I actually run that program once a week for 1 hour. We learn to cope. We learn to relax. We learn if we're really angry, how do we take deep breaths?
Movement is so important. We were just talking about this before we got the show started. Yes. I know, Mickey, that you've got a background also in physical therapy. And I was saying before the show started about how movement is critical for all of us. It's so important in so many ways. Kids are part of what you do with Nevada Children's Center. Rico, you were saying it's not an immediate fix. So you are willing to take whatever time is needed to, I want to say, almost heal this child.
Yeah.
Yes.
And get everything on track and on balance so that they're able to function the way that we would hope all of our kids are able to interact with others and deal with society and all the challenges. A family, when their child has gotten to that wonderful place of stability, and you say, we got another graduate.
Yes.
I don't know if you think about it that
Yes,
way,
we do.
but to get kids through a program, do you actually kind of celebrate that and observe it when a kid comes through the program? You go, you did it. You got this.
Well, the great thing about each child that goes through Nevada Children's Center is that they're placed on their behavioral plan. We want to be able to meet certain goals, behavioral goals, and target those behaviors in a certain amount of time. If we are unable to meet that time, then we will do another set of 90 days to keep working with them. We'll keep going as long as we can. Now, when we are able to meet those goals, that's when the hope finally starts to rise and parents are finally able to see this is working. And once they start to believe, then they start to implement those strategies that we've taught them on their own without needing us. Slowly, we'll start transitioning out of the home, out of the classroom, and parents will take over from there. And once we know that parents are equipped and able to take care of that on their own independently, then we can sit down with parents, guardians, or whoever the case may be and say, I think he's ready. There's no better feeling than having that conversation.
No doubt about that. I wonder when a family has a child who's got these behavioral issues, what kind of effect does it have on the other kids? The other kids need attention too. You mentioned earlier that when you do have this kind of issue within a family unit, the parents end up missing work and having to deal with this excessively, unfortunately. But those other kids who also need attention as they're growing up aren't getting it the right proportion anyway because we've got a problem child in the house. How does that affect affect the other kids in the family, the other members of the family?
Well, right now, we have quite an influx of siblings. The only way for that other child to get attention would be doing it in a negative way.
Acting up.
So a lot of the times, the sibling will pick up on whatever the other sibling is doing, mainly because the attention that they seek from parents or the guardians is unreplaceable. It's something that kids need. It can go anywhere from a simple hug to coming home from school and saying, how was your day? And when kids don't get that, they will seek it no matter how. So a lot of times kids will pick up on a lot of the behaviors that their siblings do in order to get that attention. And unfortunately, then we have a double case of working with two kids instead of one in the home.
Seriously, though, if you don't deal with the issue and get that child taken care of so that they can function smoothly in society, your whole house now is spinning out of control.
Absolutely.
Yes.
None of us need that.
What about the single parent? Carolyn Sparks is the founder of the Nevada Children's Center, who is my friend. And there was many reasons why she started the center. But I know one of the things was helping out the single parents with obviously behavior. And also back in 1991, I'm not really sure, I was not living here at the time, but the juvenile detention center wasn't very established at that time or was overloaded. I wasn't sure about the whole story, but I don't know if you guys know anything about that. And the connection with juvie, or try to keep the kids out of juvie too, because behaviors get so bad that it's either you or juvie.
Yeah, we do get kids that if it's us or juvie, so we try to work with them so they don't go there.
I don't want any kids to end up in juvenile
absolutely.
detention.
So,
Yeah.
And that would put more of a scar on me than anything else.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, so if you can deviate a child from that path and put them into Nevada Children's Center and say, let's fix this issue, let's get you taken care of. Mickey, what you were mentioning, single parents, foster kids. We've got a lot of different issues. Like any community, we've got some things that certainly could use the attention. Taking in healing kids.
That's why we're proud at the Food Connection and Eclipse Fitness to be sponsors, because we think this is definitely needed in the community, and it's such a positive that nobody knows about. I really wish that more people knew about the Nevada Children's Center. So.
Made for more healthy families.
Yes.
Single parent families, kids in foster care, no matter what the situation. It sounds like a great answer.
Yes, and we're very fortunate to have sponsors sponsoring the Lollipop Run. One thing many people don't know is that the center operates year-round. So we're open, and we are open Monday through Thursday. Many times kids come to us right after school because there's no help after that. So the money that will help Nevada Children's Center will go directly to these kids, to these programs that will be able to help them with these behaviors so that they can independently live their lives without having someone to think for them, without having a provider letting them know this is how you do it, this is what we need to do. And that's our ultimate goal, to graduate a kid into society and have them being able to cope with the daily issues that we all deal with. Just some kids have harder time. We're very fortunate to have sponsors at the Lollipop Run.
Can't you just see all the positive benefits for our community as a whole, for Southern Nevada all the way around, in that these kids being able to deal with issues aren't in juvenile detention, they're not acting up, they're able to function, they're going to be more successful, they're going to be productive members of our community. And am I crazy to even take it and extend it farther down the line and say it can even cut down on things like crime?
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely.
Think of all the positives that Nevada Children's Center being here can assist us with. And people in general, even if you don't have kids who have behavioral issues, even if you personally do not need the services, kind of in a community way, you do. And a great way to help fund these programs would be to get involved with the Lollipop Run, which is coming up on Saturday, November 7th. Beautiful setting, resort at Summerlin. The 5K run, we've got the 1 mile fun run or walk. You can run it, you can walk it. Like Mickey said, we don't care how you do it. Just come out and do it. And this year, for the first time, you have the option for teams.
Yes.
So if you want to get a few people together, make your own team. Work, church, school, whatever. Get involved with Lollipop Run. Carla Ray from 96.3 KKLZ will be the host. There's going to be music, a lot of fun things going on. Plus, also at the same location, Resort at Summerlin, the Women's Club of Summerlin, later that morning is having their own fundraiser, also benefiting Nevada Children's Center.
Yes.
Sounds like the day and the place to be. If you want information, lollipoprun.com. If you want information on the Nevada Children's Center, nccenter.org.
Yes.
do you reach a capacity? Because I know there's a lot of kids who have behavioral problems and issues, be they genetic, maybe they suffer, we talked about autism, maybe Down syndrome. I would bet you've got every kind of issue.
Yeah, absolutely. When we get kids who have some sort of disability and parents come up to us seeking help, we immediately tell them, we're not going to treat autism. We're not going to fix his Down syndrome, her Down syndrome. What we're going to do is we're going to help that child cope with the frustration. A lot of parents want an immediate fix. They want something to be done quickly. And that's when the parental training comes into effect and we are able to implement and say, your child is going to have this disability for the rest of his life. But what I'm here for, what Nevada Children's is here for, is to help that child cope with the frustration, with the anger when their dinner is not done on time, when they can't get nothing done and the frustration kicks in. What happens after that? Most of the time, physical aggression comes into play, shouting, yelling. So we go ahead and replace those negative behaviors with positive ones. We tell parents it's okay to have a child with a disability. It's completely okay. A lot of parents have a hard time accepting that. So when we go into the home, we work directly with the behavior and allow them to see how we work and how certain things are supposed to be done in regards to not triggering the child in any way.
We talk about a lot of different disability awareness issues on this show. Things like autism. When I talk about any other kind of medical situation that a child might deal with, bottom line, all they want to do is to be treated like a normal kid, number one. Number two, inclusion is huge. For them to be mainstreamed maybe in the school. A lot of kids with autism are in special needs type classes. But to get them behaviorally to the point where they are able to function, it's easier for them. It's easier for everyone around them. Yes. And they start finding out they can be treated like a normal kid, that they can get the attention that they love, that they crave, and that they can be part of our quote-unquote normal, which I still don't know what that is.
I'm trying to find that normal person.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for one, but I don't. Being in radio, I'm not surrounded by anybody who fits in that category, including myself. But the kids are just looking to be included. They just want to be a normal kid. Right. And it sounds like that's what you guys specialize in at Nevada Children's Center.
Absolutely.
They're an amazing center.
You produce normal kids.
Not literally, but
strong-minded.
That's right. Yeah. You produce kids who can function well among others and in society as a whole.
Absolutely.
And that's huge.
Yep.
Didn't a few graduate and then come back and work at the center? Isn't that what Carolyn told me? That a few have been through the process but come back and work or volunteered.
A lot of organizations have that, where someone goes through a program successfully and then comes back later and says, hey, I've been through this. Yeah. You can do this.
Absolutely.
I can help.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing you can tell kids. You can help.
Right.
If you want information on the Nevada Children's Center, nccenter.org. If you want to find out more about the Lollipop Run, which is coming up Saturday, November 7th at the resort at Summerlin, lollipoprun.com. Carla Ray, as we mentioned, I love her. She's in the next cubby to me over in the cubicles over here on this floor. Carla's a lot of fun. She's going to be your MC. You got music, you got all kinds of things going on. And this is just the best time of the year to be doing stuff outdoors.
Absolutely. Starting time is 8 a.m., so not too bad.
Sign-up time would be right now.
Exactly.
Lollipoprun.com.
Or on active.com they can go to.
Active.com. We'll put that in there too. By the way, we will have a podcast of this entire conversation, plus the links on our Talking Solutions Facebook page. Now, Sara Rico, tell me, when you have a child who goes through your program with Nevada Children's Center and you say, we got another graduate, how does that feel on your end?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It feels like really successful that we were able to help a child make these behavior changes and go through the program, and now they can successfully do everything on their own and they don't need us anymore. So it's a little sad, but amazing because we did our job right.
That's happy sad. Where are you going? I really am going to miss you being here, but I'm so proud of what you're doing.
Yeah. And when we all put in the hours that we put in regards to helping that child, whether it's one provider just having one graduate throughout their whole tenure there at Nevada Children's Center, it's all worth it. Even if it's just one, it's one less that we have to worry about because it's one more child that a family has back. They finally have their child back. They're finally able to go into family outings without having to deal with tantrums happening anywhere. And when families are able to tell us, I haven't been able to go grocery shopping with my son, I can now do it. I can now go to the movies. I can now go to church. That's something that fulfills me and allows me to say to myself, it was worth it. All the hours, the long process that I thought would never end, it was worth it. Yeah.
And all the experience as a parent that you envision yourself doing with your children.
Yes.
It's so normal to think, well, I can take them to the grocery store. We can go to church. We can go to a movie. How about that family dinner in the restaurant where you don't get everybody around you looking at you going, oh, look at them. Wow, I feel sorry for those parents. Yeah, you don't need that. Well, you've had a lot of success stories. That's what you guys do.
That's our job.
Yeah. You create success stories at Nevada Children's Center. Excellent. And to help fund it, the event that's coming up on Saturday, November 7th at the resort at Summerlin, Lollipop Run.
Yay.
Time to get signed up.
Please do.
If you want to do the 5K run, if you want to do the 1 mile, individual, team, whatever, come out. Carla Ray is the MC. She'll be out there, music, all kinds of fun things, and raising, hopefully, a ton of money for Nevada Children's Center.
Oh, yes.
Guys, I'm so glad you came in. Mickey Albrecht.
Yes.
And Sara and Rico from Nevada Children's Center. We're just on a first-name basis. Thank you guys for all coming out to join us today on Talking Solutions.
Thank you very much.